from titles made out of cardboard to one with a TV screen in the middle. These are the WWE Championship belts you never knew existed. But first, quick question. Does the Intercontinental Championship look weird to you in this clip? For a brief time in 1988, WWE actually gave this title a purple strap instead of black. Nobody really knows why they scrapped it, but it might have been because the color faded too fast. And believe it or not, this wasn't the only time WWE experienced with the IC title. Back in 83, they tried out a blue strap version. It didn't last long, but still one of the rarest title variants ever made. Speaking of blue, remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin started the Austin era at WrestleMania 14? The night after, Vince McMahon presented him with a brand new championship. Same design, but this time with a blue strap. 2 weeks later, WWE quietly switched it back to black. So where did that blue belt go? Over a year later, Vince McMahon personally gifted it to Arnold Schwarzenegger when he appeared on SmackDown. A random ending for a random title, but that's classic WWE. Now, not every weird belt was created by WWE. Some were made by the wrestlers themselves. Steve Austin had his Broken Skull Championship, The Miz turned the WWE logo sideways into an M, and Goldust made the Intercontinental title completely gold, which honestly looked pretty cool. When wrestlers win championships, they sometimes get custom belts, and John Cena took that idea to another level. In 2005, after winning the US Championship, Cena replaced the original design with one that spun like a record player. Fans went crazy for it, and later he did the same with the WWE Championship, creating the iconic spinner title. Another superstar who made his own twist was Daniel Bryan. When Bryan won the WWE Championship in 18, he started calling himself the Planet Champion. Since he's vegan and refused to hold a belt made out of leather, he introduced a version made entirely from wood and sustainable fabric. It was eco-friendly, and honestly, it looked incredible. But not all custom titles were classy. Some were just flat out bizarre. After winning the Universal Championship, the Fiend Bray Wyatt carried around a version of the belt with his own face molded right into the center. Creepy, weird, but 100% unforgettable. And speaking of unique, WWE once gave Toby Keith a custom championship called the Electrovision title. That's one way to make sure your belt stands out on Raw. Now let's go from high tech to low budget. In 2019, WWE introduced the Yolo County Tag Team Championships. Those things were literally made out of cardboard and duct tape. Otis and Tucker squashed the champions, and those belts were never seen again. Another short-lived design came from Zack Ryder, who created his own internet championship from his YouTube show Z True Long Island Story. Even though it was never officially defended in WWE, the belt appeared in video games and Ryder's action figure, so it technically counts. And how about the greatest Royal Rumble championship? After winning the 50-man Rumble in Saudi Arabia, Braun Strowman was given a special green strap title, a one-time belt that was never seen again. Let's not forget about the hardcore title custom era in the early 2000s. WWE gave champions belt theme after the hometown. When JBL held it, it had a Texas flag. When Tommy Dreamer won it, it had a New York license plate. It was a short-lived idea, but a cool one that deserves a comeback. And of course, we can't talk about unreleased belts without mentioning the Rock Brahma Bull Championship. It was created to rival Austin's Broken Skull belt, but it got lost in the mail on its way to WWE headquarters. By the time it finally resurfaced, the company had already moved on. But fast forward over 2 decades later, before WrestleMania 40, The Rock received a brand new People's Championship belt presented to him by Muhammad Ali's wife, Lani Ali. The design paid tribute to both the greatest and the great one, symbolizing The Rock's legacy as one of wrestling's most iconic champions of all time. Going further back, at WrestleMania 3, WWE even made a giant-sized championship belt for Andre the Giant, just in case he won. It was designed to fit his 80-inch waist, but after Hulk Hogan retained, the belt was never used again. And yes, WWE creativity doesn't stop there. From El Gran Luchador fake Mexican Championship to Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag titles being defended on Survivor Series 1993, WWE has always loved showing off odd and unexpected championships. Even in modern times, in the 2012 Women's Royal Rumble, Mickie James returned carrying the TNA Knockout Championship, officially bridging two rivals promotions for the first time. That moment will later spark an actual WWE TNA partnership in 2025. But if we're talking unique, we can't forget the $1 Million Championship. Frustrated he couldn't buy the official WWE title, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase simply bought his own in 1989. Made of gold and sporting cubic zirconia, the belt itself was never officially sanctioned by WWE, but it looked so incredible it became a major storyline for years. It even had a second life in NXT decades later. And finally, did you know the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship spent most of its existence outside of the US? While WWE recognizes Taka as the first champion in 1997, the title was actually created in 1981 in a partnership with the Mexican promotion and was later defended in Japan before officially coming home to to the WWF. So from purple straps and eco-friendly wood to titles made of cardboard and gold, WWE's history of championship belt is wild. Out of all the titles we looked at, which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this wild history lesson, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot and helps me bring you more content like this.